Hey, family, who's on a mission to empower you so you can impact others. And today I wanted to talk about something that's really important that I've done myself, that I've seen other network marketers in this industry do, and that is make these five mistakes, which can be a detriment to your success. So I'm going to talk about these five mistakes, and the reason I'm going to do so is because once you realize that you're making these mistakes, if you are, or if you can identify these mistakes, then you can stop making the mistakes, or you can avoid making the mistakes. And like I said, I personally made these mistakes, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I've made. So we will certainly we'll jump right into it, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about the five social media mistakes that most network marketers make, which have proven to be a detriment to their success. So, and of course, leave you in the N.B.A. And I'll explain what that means later. Number five. Number five. Bad etiquette. What I mean by this is, if you're not asking if your prospect is free first, not clearing their schedule, just inboxing them, immediately sharing your opportunity, talking about what it is that you do. No, don't do that. Check. Make sure that they're free first. Because when you do that, it actually shows that you have respect for their time. So whenever you inbox someone, just ask, hey, are you busy? Do you have a quick sec? Do you have a quick second? Most of the time, they'll tell you, yeah, I'm tied up, or they'll say, hey, can I hit you back later? But check, make sure that they're free first. Ask if they're free first. That goes a long way. Using terms of endearment and other terms, sweetie, baby, sweetheart. Don't use a term of endearment when you're talking to someone that you really don't know. Just avoid that. I've had people inbox me and say, "Hey, sweetie, how's it going? I'd like for you to take a look at my opportunity." And it just creates an awkward feeling. So you want to avoid that. Leading and not building. What I mean by that is, if you're constantly leading and talking about your opportunity as soon as you're in my inbox versus building some rapport, finding out the commonalities that we have, show an interest in me first versus just leading with your opportunity. So that's important. You want to make sure that you build that rapport first and you connect with that person. Then if you see that you can meet a need, then you can present your opportunity. Number four, blast via email or Facebook. I get this constantly, just blast, and it ends up in my spam folder. Don't just send generalized emails about your opportunity. It's a turnoff. So avoid that. The truth be told, people like to be piqued, they like to be praised, and they like to be personalized. Well, James, what do you mean by that? What I mean is, people like to be piqued. You ever watch American Idol, and you notice that right before they announce the winner, they always go to a commercial? Same difference. People like, that curiosity. They like to have that suspense. So when you call someone and you say, "Hey, James, I came across something you might be open to, but you might want to check it out. It might be for you, it might not. You're piquing my interest." Then when you give a compliment and you praise that person, you say, "Hey, look, I saw your post on Facebook. You look like a hard worker. You're always energetic. You're a family person." They People like that. Then when you personalize it, something that really hits home for me is when I get a email or I get something and it's personalized. And you can tell that this is not a template. This is not anything generic. This is something that they actually took the time out and they personalized it. And we all do. Everyone I know likes to be piqued. They like to be praised, and they like to receive things that are actually personalized, tailored toward them. Because when you don't pique praise and personalize, and when you send out generalized emails, usually what happens it creates avoidance. So number three, hustling on social media with no integrity. James, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What I mean is making false claims about your accomplishments, or making false claims about your company. You joined your health business last week. You weighed 250 pounds. 2 days go by and you're posting that you lost 30, 40 pounds. Come on, let's be realistic. You didn't Photoshop the picture, supposedly that you'd lost this weight and you've been in the business for about a week. Seriously, you know, don't make false claims. And I've seen that, or flashing money. You joined your opportunity last week. Now you got, $5,000, and you're flashing it. No, don't. If you're flashing money, you're only going to attract a certain type of people. And so, and that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. But I would avoid doing that. Constantly talking about your earnings. Every time you post something, I made 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. I'm not hating on you. If that's what you made, that's great. But the bottom line is, I don't care if you made $1 million. My question is, what resources can you tell me that I need to check out? What books can you tell me that I need to read? What lessons do I need to learn? What experiences can you share that may help me get my million? What value are you providing? If you're constantly always talking about, well, I made $1 million, I mean, it doesn't do any good. It doesn't cut it. Number three, constantly posting about your business. That was a mistake I made when I first started network marketing. I would post about my business so much that I would see people, and we would be Facebook friends, and they would say, "James, what is it that what's going on with you? Are you working somewhere? You doing this? You doing that?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm on Facebook. You don't see it." And they're like, "No, because all you post about is your product." And so that can be a turnoff as well. So avoid constantly posting about your business. A good friend told me that whenever you post, it should be a 80 to 20 mix. About 80% friends, family, pictures, news, things of that nature. And about 20% should be about your business. So that means if you got 10 posts, 8 of those 10 posts should be about your family, your friends, just you having fun, you traveling, and 2 of those posts should be about your business. So number two, tagging people in your post. Why are you tagging people in your post that you don't even know and that don't even know about your opportunity? What's the point? I've seen that happen. It's actually happened to me where I get tagged in something and I've never heard of the company. I don't even know who the gentleman is. And it's not good. And that's a quick way to ruin a relationship, because now, until I untag myself, every time somebody comments, I'm getting notifications. So don't do that. The people that you do know, before you tag them about your opportunity or whatever it is that you're getting ready to post, is it relevant to them? Did they express interest in it? Would they like to know more about it? If not, don't tag them. And last but not least, I understand in the network marketing business that you want to get to the next rank as quickly as possible, but tagging all of your Facebook friends is not the proper way to do that. Now, there is a way that you can leverage technology in order to accelerate the process, but tagging all your Facebook friends, no, that's not the best way to do that. Okay. Drumline, please. Number one, the number one thing that network marketers do, or really anyone in any business that they can do, that can actually ruin their business, their brand, and their profits, is the wrong persistence. Hear me out. There's nothing wrong with being persistent when it comes to eating healthy. There's nothing wrong with being persistent when it comes to working out. There's nothing wrong with being persistent when it comes to, let's say, your spiritual health. But after someone has told you no, they're not open, and you continue to be persistent and pursue them, and you do it in a way that makes them feel uncomfortable, that's a problem. That is a problem. That's an issue. So you want to make sure that you're not in this category, because here's what can happen. You can go from the MCL to the N.B.A. Well, what is MCL? MCL is, well, you know what? I might call James later. I might call him later. He was he made me feel comfortable, so I might give him a call later. Versus, being on the N.B.A. in the N.B.A. And what does the N.B.A. stands for? We're not talking about Kobe and Shaq, the Lakers, the Bulls. We're talking about being put on a list where the prospect is thinking, I hope they never bother me again. N.B.A. Never bother me again. You don't want to be a part of that. Some folks call it the NFL. You bug all your friends and your family. Now you don't have any friends left. I call it the N.B.A. When that prospect gets fed up and he says, look, never bother me again. So you don't want to end up there. And last but not least, never, ever, ever, ever make negative posts about your prospects directly or indirectly. James, what do you mean? Okay, you're on the phone with Sharon. Sharon declines your opportunity. So you go online and you say, I don't understand what's wrong with people. Why they don't see the vision? They're always stuck in a 9-to-5 job. They need to wake up and realize what's going on. This is the best thing this going on right now. These people need to wake up. Now Sharon, who just got off the phone with you, goes online. She sees your post because y'all Facebook friends, and she puts two and two together. So guess what? You just ruined a relationship. So avoid that, and certainly don't do it directly. You just go on Facebook and you put in Sharon's name. Sharon declined my opportunity. I don't know what was wrong with her. She must want to be stuck in her job. She don't want to fire her boss. Anyway, if you don't want to be like Sharon and you want to have financial freedom, call me ASAP. Don't do that. And I've seen that. I've seen that. So, we want to be bigger than that, because this opportunity, the network marketing industry, is by far one of the greatest opportunities out there in my mind. And it's really like a hammer, so to speak. You can take a hammer and you can do something constructive with it, and you can do some serious damage. Or you can take that hammer and you can build the most beautiful house that you've ever seen. So we want to make sure that we're using the business model as like professionals. So, but yeah, never make negative posts about your prospects indirectly, directly, or indirectly. So, and in summary, we'll just go over this real quick. Bad etiquette, just inboxing folks immediately, asking, not clearing their schedule, not asking if they're busy. Sending out blasts, basic solicitations, avoid that. Not having any integrity, constantly posting about your business, tagging people that you don't know, or maybe tagging people that you do know when it's not relevant. And then last but not least, wrong persistence. Bugging somebody after they said no. And here's a good book that I want to share with you guys. It's called Go for No. And it tells you how to handle rejection, because in this business, you have to learn how to handle rejection. And I'll give you a quick tip. When someone tells you no, you really want to do two things. Well, you want to do three. You want to thank them for their time, and then ask them, is it okay if I follow up with you? Is it okay if I send you a email once every 3 months, just giving you an update, or every time I get some new information, do you mind if I pass it along? And then the third thing that you want to do is ask for a referral. Well, great, it's not for you at this time. Who do you know that might be open to it? And most people will appreciate that. And what you have to realize is, initially, they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the opportunity, or it just might, perhaps it's not the right time for them. So don't take it personal. Now, if you continue to bug them no, then a yes, they may be saying no to you. And here's the issue with that. They may say no to you because you've made them feel uncomfortable, and then somebody else come along with the same opportunity, but makes them feel comfortable, do things a little differently, and guess what? They join the organization. So you don't want that to happen. Here's the good news, though. There's still time. I made these mistakes. I've seen others make these mistakes and then come back, bounce back, and have a excellent career. So, if you make these mistakes, don't be discouraged. The good news is there's still time to correct this. As long as you learn from your mistakes, we all make mistakes. If anybody tells you that they never made any mistakes, or they're a perfect network marketer, come on, please. They don't know what they're talking about. But we all make mistakes, and the good thing is, if you're willing to work and you're coachable and you're willing to learn, then hey, the sky's the limit. For those that think they may need help, you can contact me, and I'll coach you on correcting this. And we'll talk about branding. We'll talk about connecting with folks, and we can sit down and create a strategy and a plan to make your prospecting more effective. So if any of you are open to that, feel free to inbox me on Facebook, or you can email me at collinsj825@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to work with anyone. So certainly feel free to contact me. I want to thank everyone for your time. I hope that you found this video very informative. I hope that you found it. I hope that you got some value out of it. Please comment. I love to get your thoughts. Reach out to me, connect with me. I love to connect with you. I love people. I love working with people. I'm passionate about helping others. So, everyone, I certainly appreciate your time. And once again, as I close, this is James Collins, the entrepreneur who's on a mission to empower you so you can impact others. Stay blessed.